All right, if you've got an iPhone, you'll want to pay attention because it just got a pretty big refresh. In March of 2026, Apple dropped iOS 26.4, and believe me, it is way more than just a few tweaks. We're talking new AI features, some desperately needed bug fixes, and honestly, a real peek into what's next for iOS. So yeah, let's dive in and break down what this all means for you. So here's how we're going to tackle this. We'll start with the fun stuff, the new emojis, before getting into some of the more serious upgrades for your apps and even your car. Then, we're going to pull back the curtain and see how an emoji is actually born. After that, we'll cover the big fixes that this update delivers, and we'll wrap it all up with a look ahead to what's coming in iOS 27. Okay, first up, let's talk about the one thing in every update that gets everybody talking, the new emojis. Seriously, your keyboard is about to get a major personality upgrade. And to get us started, I've got a little riddle for you. What could Bigfoot, a trombone, and a treasure chest possibly have in common? Well, they are all part of the brand new emoji lineup in iOS 26.4. Yep, we've got 8 new characters coming to your phone. The hairy creature, which, let's be real, everyone is just going to call Bigfoot, is an instant classic. And this distorted face, oh yeah, I can already see this becoming the go-to reaction for pretty much everything. We also get a killer whale, a classic cartoon fight cloud, and even a trombone. But it's not all just about quirky new characters. Apple is really doubling down on its commitment to representation. They're adding more skin tones for emojis that are already out there, and they're introducing a gender-neutral option for the ballet dancer. It just makes the whole keyboard feel that much more inclusive. Emojis are great, for sure, but iOS 26.4 is packed with so much more. So let's get into the really powerful new features coming to your music, your podcasts, and yeah, even your car. Apple Music is getting a pretty serious overhaul, and the feature that really stands out is called Playlist Playground. It's an AI-powered tool, which means you can literally just type something like, "Give me some chill lo-fi beats for studying," and poof, it'll create a custom playlist just for you. On top of that, it'll help you find local concerts and can even identify a song when you're completely offline. Apple Podcast is also getting a huge upgrade. It's going all in on video. So now you can be listening to the audio of a show and with one tap, switch right over to the video version without losing your spot. You can even download the video episodes to watch later. And your commute is about to get a whole lot smarter. For the very first time, Apple is bringing AI chatbots to CarPlay. This means you'll have tools like ChatGPT and Gemini, these powerful AIs that can answer questions and help you out, integrated right into your car's dashboard for totally hands-free use. So we see all these cool new features pop up on our phones, but have you ever just stopped and wondered, how does something like an emoji actually get made? The whole journey is honestly way more fascinating than you'd think. It all starts with this group right here, the Unicode Consortium. You can kind of think of them as the gatekeepers of digital text. They're a nonprofit, and their whole job is to maintain this universal standard that makes sure when you send an emoji from your iPhone, it actually shows up correctly on your friend's Android phone or a computer or anywhere else. And this lays out the whole process perfectly. It is a long journey. First, someone has to submit a detailed proposal to Unicode. If it gets approved, then designers at Apple get to work creating their own unique version that fits the Apple look and feel. Then it gets tested by developers in a beta, and only then does it finally roll out to the rest of us. The whole thing can take months. Now, new features are always exciting, but let's be honest, there's a much bigger reason this update was so important. For a lot of people, iOS 26.4 is the fix they have been waiting for. Because when the original iOS 26 came out, the feedback was, well, it wasn't great. Performance was a huge complaint. As this one Reddit user put it, their brand new phone had become a stuttering mess. And that frustration was felt by a lot of people. And the keyboard drove people absolutely crazy. This comment just nails the feeling. The keyboard has been gaslighting us all. It's your fault, keyboard. The lag, the bad autocorrect, it was a widespread issue. The good news is, Apple was definitely listening. iOS 26.4 feels like a direct response to all those complaints. The stuttering and the bugs, they've been smoothed out. The keyboard is way more accurate now, and they even added a new setting to tone down that controversial liquid glass look that not everyone loved. So, with the biggest headaches from iOS 26 now in the rearview mirror, this update really clears the deck for Apple to start focusing on what's next. So let's talk about the road ahead. And the future is a lot closer than you think. The very next beta, iOS 26.5, is rumored to be our first real look at Apple's new AI, which they're calling Apple Intelligence, and a much, much smarter Siri, which is reportedly going to be powered by Google's powerful Gemini AI.
So here's how the rest of the year is probably going to shake out. We just got 26.4. Then, coming up in June, Apple will give us the first sneak peek of iOS 27 at their big developer conference. And then, after a whole summer of testing, the final version will likely land on all of our phones in September.
And just to bring this all full circle, the emoji pipeline is already churning for the next big release. Unicode is already looking at characters for future updates, and that list includes a new squinting face, a monarch butterfly, a lighthouse, and, I love this, even a pickle. And all of this leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to think about. I mean, we're seeing AI generate our playlists and become our co-pilot in the car. So as artificial intelligence gets more and more woven into the fabric of our phones, what will our next emojis, the very symbols we use to express ourselves, what will they even look like?